welcome back. Whether you're breaking the fast or testing your fast this morning, we've got so much to keep you enthralled. The smells coming out of the braai in the back here, absolutely amazing. So stick around for that. And of course, perfect prelude for the weekend. But seeing as we are focusing on all things rugby, we thought being a Thursday, let's throw it back with some great memories with the proud sponsors of the 2023 Rugby World Cup, TOTALENERGIES. And of course, our special guest, great to have him back in studio, our Good Hope FM sports anchor, Lorenzo Dudley.
Hey,
welcome back, buddy.
Gee, I'm well, thank you.
So we're going to take a walk through down memory lane now.
Yeah.
Are some standout moments that will be engraved on our hearts forever when it comes to Rugby World Cup history. So let's do a little bit of a dive into some of those moments. And you might not know these things, and I've been figuring out some of these magical moments as we go as well. But did you know that Ormashia was Uruguay's first try scorer at a Rugby World Cup? What does that mean for a player and a team? He was 26 days old when his try set Uruguay on the way to the 27-15 win against Spain. Okay, just put that into perspective. That's where his life began. Uruguay has come a long way since then, since that very first try. What do you think it means for this team, for him and his family? Obviously, really special. And we've seen a lot about that South African connection, but for Uruguay, something really remarkable.
Absolutely amazing. And this is the nice thing, and this is what World Rugby is trying to do at the moment. They're trying to invest in those Tier 2 nations. And, you know, you've got this high-performance word that gets thrown around all the time. Oh, the Springboks are a high-performance team. The Irish are a high-performance team.
The All Blacks are.
The All Blacks are a high-performance team. But now they're all going, and they're trying to level it out so that every team is a performance team.
Yeah.
So you've got Super Rugby South America that's now brought these teams together, and we can see what's happened in the past.
But you can see the base structures. Even the set play, the line-outs, the mauling, everything.
Everything. And that is what World Rugby is doing at the moment, but because they're doing these coaches exchange. So a lot of what a lot of people don't know is that we've got so many South African coaches that are being utilized by World Rugby to go out to these countries that don't have rugby in their primary schools and in their high schools like we have, and trying to build those there. And that's why we see the basics being done so well at the moment.
And we love it. And I think any team, you fear any team at the World Cup now as a result. I love it. Then, of course, we've got our record breakers, the All Blacks for New Zealand, were the first nation to win back-to-back Rugby World Cups in years 87 and 2011, then dominated again in 2015. I almost respect the All Blacks more now that I've seen them lose.
Yes.
It sounds bizarre, dude. I don't know why, but looking at the talent of some of those young players and the history in that country, we think we live and breathe rugby.
No.
If you've been to New Zealand, it's built around rugby.
Yes.
It's their everything. They don't have anything. Well, they've got a bit of cricket, but...
Yeah, a bit of cricket, a bit of footy there, you know, Oceania.
You count them out at your peril. This is... traditionally the best side in the world.
Traditionally, yes. And if you look at the stats, they're still in the top 3 to take the World Cup. Even if they've lost their opening game, and it's reminiscent of what happened in 2019 as well, is the fact that they beat us, and we were bubbling at the bottom.
Knocking on that door.
And we were knocking on the door, but when the All Blacks have 2 years of losses and then come back into a year before the World Cup, they still voted or pushed as the number 1 team in the world, even when they're not number 1 on the
Even when they're not winning, and because they've got the talent.
They've got it, definitely.
Some stories that we wanted to see unfold, of course, within the French story, the narrative, the hosts of the 2023 Rugby World Cup, France, are record breakers for having the first father-son, the Intermax duo, both represent France. And Father Emile played in the 95 and 99 tournaments. I actually feel privileged that I was able to see him play. And, of course, Romain was selected for Les Bleus in the 2019 Rugby World Cup against Argentina. This is very rare. I mean, it's heartbreaking to not have that in the mix now with this one, and a massive blow for France. But that is something truly special. We owe the Intermax, man.
No, definitely. And I love the fact that we've got this going on for so many years. Let's bring it closer to home. The Burgers, Skulk Senior and Skulk Junior as well. And then, you know, you've got Kobus, and his dad was a prolific sprinter as well. So that's where he gets his speed from, but also played rugby. And then if we look at what's happening currently at the World Cup, the Faroes, Ireland and England, you know. They're keeping it over there.
I love that, man. So, of course, we bring history back to the moment today. France up against Namibia. Namibia, I think, would have earned kudos for how they played, but they got to taste the All Blacks. They understand what that's all about. Massive injury blow. They would be feeling buoyed by the emotion of being there, but I think this is crunch time for those teams that have maybe not got the depth that these top teams have. When you're playing a third game with a similar team, it's going to be tough for Namibia, and France have to kind of win this one by a big margin.
Yes, they do need to, and if you look at what they've done, is Galtier has gone back and he actually pushed his first team players to get the win and to get the points, because they need it at the moment. If you look at what's happening in that group, Italy is sitting at the top at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, I never expected to see Italy sitting in Pool A.
I did warn you, man. I just had a feeling now that it's a young side that almost is too young to understand that they shouldn't be dominating. They don't care. They are there, and I think they were very much inspired by young Intermax France. You know, during their European competition. Buddy, it's going to be an absolute cracker tonight, and we get to talk about this all over again tomorrow, because it's a big Rugby World Cup weekend, so many festivities. So if you need to get ready, get prepped for game day, for multiple games on one day, head over to your Total Energy service station. It's obviously top up on your fuel, your bright charcoal, your firelighters, all of the snacks that you might have forgotten, some drinks for the big game, and of course the joy here is that you get to earn club points that can be redeemed for cashback vouchers, if that's what you need, so you can save on those future purchases. There are so many little added bonuses for doing what you normally do every day anyway. Enjoy game day. In fact, we've got another way to elevate game day right now and make it quite bougie.
Just like in rugby, it's uniting our energies that helps us move forward.